Steve, we're speaking here at Easter Road ahead of tomorrow's UEFA Youth League game against Molde. You've just been training on the pitch behind us. How was that?
Yeah, good, really good, considering some of the lads have never actually been on the pitch. So just to get a session where they can familiarise themselves with the way the grass moves, slightly different dimensions, I think that was important. So, you know, we're very grateful that the staff, the ground staff, who've worked so hard to keep the pitch the way it is, let us on this morning just to, you know, put a little edge on it as well once you start to get close to the game and you know you're actually out here. It gives that little bit of an edge for the lads, and you know that kind of finalises our preparation.
Steve, some of the younger guys, they might not have experienced obviously being out on the pitch before. They might have been in the stands.
Yeah.
But how beneficial is it actually being out there training on it the day before so they're not caught in the headlights?
Yeah, I think just getting a feel of, you know, the dimensions of the pitch. It's very wide, it's long. So just getting that sense that you've actually been on it before, I think, as much subconsciously as well. So that then that's it. You know, you've ticked that box. You can then just focus, you know, solely on your game as an individual, then as your unit, and then hopefully those units all get together and make sure we can deliver the game plan.
Yeah, it was a tightly contested affair in Molde. What do you expect going into this one?
Well, I mean, I don't see them changing too much. You know, they're a good side. They're quite rigid in the way that they play. The good thing is about the length of time we've had between each leg is gives a lot of time to prepare, to work on a lot of things, and you know, we'll be a bit more aggressive. You know, I think they'll feel us being much closer to them, much higher up, and I think then that gives us the opportunity to have more attacks and really get at them a little bit more than we did in the first leg.
Yeah, what were they like in the first leg for fans that haven't managed to watch the highlights?
Well, you know, they play a back three, but the back three is very wide. You know, they push wing backs really high, so they're really offensive. But you know, they don't train on or play on grass very much. So hopefully here tomorrow night we can get the surface really slick. We can move the ball quick, and like I said, get at them a little bit more. You know, it was intentional to be a little bit more deep, if you like, and make sure that when it went to 1-0, we weren't too expansive. That then we were having to chase the tie at 2 or 3. We're very much in the tie, and you know, we want to make the atmosphere, you know, really electric, and make sure that we can get a couple of thousand fans with the drums going and get everybody behind us. Yeah,
I'm sure there'll be some nerves in the team. What was your message to the players ahead of this one?
Just to treat the game. I know, you know, play the game, don't play the occasion. You know, I know it's a cliche, but you know, this pitch is just like any other pitch. You know, don't do something different that you wouldn't normally do. We wanted to get the session done today so that they've been on it, and then just say, you know, don't get caught playing in a different way that you would normally play, and just go out and be reliable for each other. And I think if we're reliable for each other and we can really get our components right, you know, in each area of the pitch, then it'll be a good night.
Yeah, and you mentioned the fans. We're expecting hopefully around 2,000 at least to be inside here. What will that be like for the young players?
It'll be good because, you know, we don't play in many stadiums that are got any fans, you know, at a youth level, but this is them really a part of the development. They're pushing out of youth football. You know, they're now in the development team, most of them, where they're mixing with senior pros that are dropping down and getting minutes. So this is just another aspect to them just taking one little step towards the first team. You know, we want to do well in this competition, but this is a development competition, and you know, it's a part of them, you know, expanding their horizons and just stretching themselves and pitting themselves against, you know, a very good team.
Yeah, just finally, I was going to say, obviously, the focus for a development squad and development team is ultimately the lads' single progression, isn't it?
Yeah.
To get them into the first team. Obviously, in this competition, there is that will and want to win, but back to the bigger picture, by playing in this environment with fans inside a stadium against a different good opposition, that'll really help accelerate their progression. Yeah,
well, and you know, we look at, you know, some of the players we're playing against, they're playing in the first team at the moment, and then they're dropping down to play in this competition. So you know, they're actually established as first team players. So that's what all our young lads are aspiring to do. They want to push themselves in. The manager's been great in involving a lot of them in training. A lot of them last year as well had a little touch of it near the last game of the season where they were involved. But a lot of them have trained, you know, I can think of Oscar McIntyre, for example, almost training for 3 weeks consecutively with the first team. This is now a chance for not only him, but everybody to show that against a team that's got good experience in European competitions, that, you know, we can hold our own and hopefully get the tie over the line.
Absolutely, Steve. Thank you and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.